Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Social Media is Destroying Black Women and Leaving Them Depressed. Let's get right into it.
You know what I realized is that social media has ruined the way that I look at relationships.
Today, I'm going to be talking about how social media has destroyed a lot of women and left them depressed. Because of the negative impact that they have been pushing out on social media so much that they have to now live through it. And a lot of females don't seem to recognize how it's happening and how it's affecting them. They just kind of find themselves here and then choose to open up about it. But let's see, what is actually depression?
Why do people get depressed?
Depression's true purpose is to signal the need for change. So nobody really talks about this, but it's just a warning sign. Not that something's actually wrong with you. It's a warning sign that the way you're driving the engine, something is taking damage and you've got to change.
So we're
That's a
going
good point. I felt depressed at one point in my life, and honestly, it was like a midlife crisis. I was like, I wasn't where I wanted to be. You know, I wanted to be a rapper. You know, I was a photographer at the time, but I was trying to push my rap career, and it just wasn't going anywhere. You know, and I was still living at home, and I was just like having like a mental breakdown. I was just like depressed, and I was just like withdrawn, you know. But the truth of the matter is I need to pivot. I didn't know at the time, but I need to pivot. And eventually I became a personal trainer, and now, you know, I'm a YouTuber. So sometimes when you're depressed in life, even for women, that means you need to change. So good advice here.
quickly take a look at some stats. And what this tells me is there is a high number of African Americans that are more depressed than white Americans. And in the UK, there is more British black people, women, that have a higher rate of being depressed than your average white woman as well. We're also going to gain a little bit of understanding of the impact it's had in dating and relationships.
What is the number one thing people like that people dissolve their marriages over?
It used to be money. Now I really believe that social media has changed the entire landscape of relationships. The entire landscape. I remember when I started on divorce court, you never hear about it.
Yeah.
Now it's the go-to feel-good device when she's getting on my nerves or he's getting on my nerves. I used to have to leave the house to cheat. Now I can cheat on you sitting next to you.
Easy access.
Easy access.
I could cheat on you sitting next to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why if you have a girl whose Instagram is her revealing her body, showing her butt, showing her boobs, just know anytime you slip up, there's already a line of men waiting, right, inside her DMs. Just waiting. So, yeah, everyone got to be careful because the dating pool is larger. Unfortunately, though, for women, though, this inflates their sense of self, right? It inflates their sense of value. And if they don't correct it very soon, you know, before they hit the age of 40, you know, it could be really, really lifelong depression.
And we are not creatures willing to deal with a lot of discomfort. So instead of having the argument with you, I go online, do some subtext, Facebook, you know, a guy from junior high says hello, who's not currently getting on my nerves. Next thing you know,
or
there's an error made.
You know what I realized is that social media has ruined the way that I look at relationships. It's actually ruined my outlook on men in general. I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day because I've been single for a really long time, right? I've been single, it's probably coming up on 10 years.
10 years? And please, I want to hear this excuse. You're going to blame social media and the men on social media? Are you going to blame the podcast bros? That's what they call us, podcast bros. Right? We were the red pillars at one point, but now the modern day TikTok girls call us podcast bros. So you're going to blame us? Let's hear this.
And I don't even have any, like, excitement about dating. I'm not even excited about jumping back into the dating pool and going out on dates. And
how could you be? If you had an issue dating 10 years ago, now you're 10 years older, why would you be excited about going on the market? You're coming back half price, right? If you felt you weren't getting your value back then, now you're half off. Just imagine. And look, I know women, you don't view yourself like, oh, you're half off. I get it. You value yourself. But the dating market is not something that I mandate, right? This is not me making these rules, okay? The reality of it is, it's just proof. If you observe, men like younger women. So if you spend 10 years of your life not dating and you come back on the dating market, it's going to be worse.
I've become so comfortable with just being by myself that the idea of dating and finding love doesn't even make me feel excited or happy anymore. And I really think a part of this is that I have allowed social media in a lot of ways to infiltrate my mind and into my subconscious that relationships are just gonna be shitty. Like, it's not like I see so many people who are unhappy. I see so many. But then again, it's like, I know every relationship couldn't be like that. And it's like, I kind of want to ask some women who are in relationships, like, is it really that bad? It's like, does your man help you? Do you feel like you would be happier if you were single? Were you happy?
A lot of people you see in relationships are powerful women and simps. You see a lot of them, right? A girl would date someone, especially if you see watching social media. A lot of these Instagram models, they're not dating the top guys. A lot of them are not. Well, a lot of these BBL girls end up with NBA guys. So I don't know if NBA has a particular fetish for BBLs, but that's an exception. Overall, the overwhelming majority of girls on social media, and you can see even celebrities. We're not even talking about just Instagram people, right? Celebrities, if they're a woman and they're successful, they tend to date men that are worse off, right? Keke Palmer, she's dating a guy that's worse off. What's that girl? Sky Jackson, dating somebody that's worse off. Every girl tends to date somebody that's worse off, even though social media gives you an inflated sense of options. It's all an illusion, right? It's an illusion of infinite options. It's not infinite. It's actually finite, and it's decreasing every year you get older.
Happier single? Are you happier in a relationship? Like, how common is all of this shit that I'm seeing on social media?
Generally speaking, social media already increases chances of depression, anxiety, and overall your self-esteem and how you view not only your life but society in general. Now, we're going to take a look at where females are at when it comes to their mental state and their mental health. As this is something that a lot of black females don't like to talk about too much, as they always want to have this perception or give people this perception that they're all
You're getting married. These are some, okay, maybe not her, but the girls prior to her
happy.
Were some beautiful women, okay? And I like their colors, right? It's like skin tone dresses. Fire. I love black women. I'm sorry, and I know I'm going to say it again and again and again. I think black women objectively are the most beautiful women in their natural state.
When in reality, they're not.
Bitch, my heart broken and I'm going through it, but I still gotta get up and make some fucking money. Okay, still gotta get up and make fucking money.
Can anybody teach me how to like master my feelings and not involve them in everything that I do? I feel like I can't catch a break. Like, how do you do this out here in a single life?
You can't do it as a single woman. If you have a man could be a rock and help you guide your feelings, right? Because you could take your feelings out on him, he could ignore you, and then eventually it's going to build up so much tension where there's a lot of rumble in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of indoor Olympics. Okay, a lot of smashing going on, right? A lot of butt grabbing going on. Okay, and that's what usually happens in relationships. A woman has a guy, she goes to him, she expresses her emotions. If he's strong, if he's a superior man, he's going to ignore her or just go away, get away from her, and she's going to desire that attention and then chase his attention and chase his validation. Unfortunately, because of social media, now if your girl gets mad at you, what she normally would have done would try to make things right with you, now she could just try to make things right with somebody else. Go straight to social media, post about you, talk about you're a bad man. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend did this, and I'm angry, and I'm so upset I got cheated on, and my feelings don't feel like I'm getting my feelings hurt, and express yourself. If you watch a girl's story, she's telling you exactly where she is in her life right then and there. Exactly. Right? If a girl's not even posting Instagram stories, she's showing you exactly where she's at. She's off the grid. Every girl I know that's off the grid, they're off the grid. But the girls that are on social media, they're posting about their lives 24/7.
Without involving your feelings. I'm a Cancer. I eat, sleep, and breathe my feelings. I feel like I'm never going to get what I want out here in this real world. Like, I feel like that. I truly feel like that.
You can if you cooperate with the right man. You're an attractive girl. You can absolutely get what you want. However, you've been told to go hustle, get the bag, F dudes, ninjas ain't nothing, right? You know, put yourself first. It's all about you. But when you realize as a woman, your man is your complementary. We complement each other so well. We're not the same. We're complements, okay? And so I feel bad for these women who, you know, if it was prior to, like, if this is the 1700s, they would have been well in order, right? Well supporting their man because they would have needed their man for survival, not just emotionally, but, you know, in real life, right? You know, because back then, you know, women didn't have as much of this liberation that we got going on, all this feminism going on. Everybody was used for what they were competent biologically for. If you're built to work as a man, you worked as a man. If you're built to work as a woman, you worked as a woman. It's a very, 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 very simple. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to send women out to work when they're the caretakers of the young, right? They're the ones that got the breast milk, right? I don't got breast milk, so if I leave the baby's okay because he got milk with you. You need to stay with the baby. If we send you to work, we're going to separate the baby from its food. It's natural food. Your body literally designs food. The credit of women having children, we take that for granted, right? We're putting all the value in men being strong and earning money. And so women are striving to be like that, be strong and earn money. But they don't understand their strength is in their vulnerability and their ability to conceive. I cannot make a child in my belly. I cannot do it. I cannot build a human in my belly. It's a superpower I don't have. It makes women like aliens to men, right? You have something, you got a human growing in your belly, it's growing and it's kicking and stuff. It's one of the most superhuman things that humans do. And we know that, you know, all right, we're still animals, we're still part of the sauce, right? We're from the soil, right? We got a creator, right? If you believe in that. But, you know, we can't do that as men. So we give you a lot of respect for it. But you don't want to just be pregnant people, right? You don't want to be birthers. Right? You want to be men. You want to be strong. You want to have money. You want to have wealth. But ultimately, a lot of those women, they're going to regret not being mothers if they didn't become mothers.
So I don't know what to do. I think today my last day, like, being, like, super emotional. I'm going to get me a journal. I'm just going to start journaling my feelings and journaling my thoughts instead of, like, expressing them to people because I feel like it goes nowhere or they don't really take it into consideration. I don't know, but something's got to give. I'm losing my mind.
Don't lose your mind, man. Get a man. Get a man. See, what we do in this world as men is taken for granted. Women, she don't understand. Like, if she was my girl, she'd be all right. She'll have a little moments, but she'll still be getting attention. She'll still be feeling like she's a part of something, right? She'll feel like she's looked after, she's cared for. And when I listen to her talk about her feelings, yeah, man. But, you know, I'm going to let her know, like, yo, when you come to me, you just know anything you say to me, you better hope you want a solution because I'm a deductive reasoner. I'm always trying to fix a problem, right? We're deductive problem solvers all the time. When I have an issue, I don't deal with emotional issues, right? I don't let emotions control my life the way women do, okay? That's a woman thing. A man thing is to say, man, bump my emotions. They don't mean nothing, buck that. They don't mean nothing, right? You know how many intrusive thoughts a human has? You be thinking about stuff you don't even want to think about. Yeah, it's called an intrusive thought. Okay? But I ignore those things. They're like the wind. They're precepts. You're just information. You're just dialing down information. All types of information. You see the vulnerability in things. You see the vulnerability in yourself. You see the possibility in things. You see the possibilities in yourself. Spatially, your awareness, all that. Your mind is constantly solving mathematical problems, right? Of distance, space, and time. So, as men, we understand that just because we perceive the world, we don't have to ingest that, absorb that. You could deflect it. Deflect all the negative emotions. I get them too. Trust me, I get them too. But discipline is to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. And if you like a man with discipline, someone that you could look towards to guide you, be your rock, be your stone, be that solid figure that you could hold against you, you got to understand that he needs to not take his emotions seriously. Not that emotions can't give you information, they can, but they're unreliable guides to action. Okay? They're inadequate guides to action. Never trust your emotions. You'll be impulsive. You'll be a very dangerous and crazy man if you're impulsive. I'm just saying. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.